This should be they should be considering Arlot here.
Yeah, I don't think going for an Esme against Harif is not enough damage.
Not yet, because
Yeah.
I think they want a double flex pick first. It's either they double flex pick or they reveal straight away what their EXP laner is going to be, which I don't think Bleed wants to do. They probably want to hold it up for a little bit later. So they can lock in their gold laner against Harith because that really doesn't reveal much for their comp. They can either go for the Natan and still look to scale. It's going to be tough against the Harith. Roger's not too bad at the same time, but keep in mind that they are dealing with a Vixana as well as a Barats, both of which do really well against the Roger.
Yeah, it's tough. Like, against the Roger, it's very, very difficult. I think Natan has a safer choice here in the sense where he's going to be able to have a little bit of mobility here, but they get the Minotaur instead. Oh, okay. So they want to be the ones that have the only healing in the team, but it is a very, very teamfight-oriented composition, though.
Yeah,
teamfight-oriented,
teamfight-oriented, decent CC. I think that Bleed have taken the high road on this one, saying, hey, I'm sorry, Saginu, we could have set you up for something better, but now you just have to play the Edith.
Wait. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, Edith XP here. I was expecting here. Wait, who's gonna jungle? Okay, Frederick. I've forgotten about that. But Export is gonna be the way to go for RRQ Sena. I would say, true damage to deal with 3 tanky heroes from the side of Bleed Esports. And do they double down with another true damage hero? But what else is there? Okay, they got the chips. Yeah, whatever, man. Yeah. Like, man, everything else but the chips. Yeah, whatever, man.
I mean, Bleed were expecting it. They were expecting it, right? As soon as they locked in that Minotaur, they knew it's like, all right, we're giving up Chip whether we like it or not. However, if Chip does set up that portal, I don't think there's too many enablers to walk out of that portal for free, right? Keep that in mind. Because Xborg is the only person who can walk around, who can walk through the portal and take the damage. Same goes for Barats as well. Vixana, a little scary, right? You got to be very careful with your timings here.
Yeah, but at least Vexana goes in. You know, if you drop your ult, that's it. You know, your job's pretty much done. It's good enough to be an additional meat shield to actually deal with here. Because think about this, they've got so many tanky units as well as wave clears. In terms of wave clear, Bleed Esports not exactly the best wave clear, but they bring in the Centaur gold lane to deal with the Harif. Or is it the XP? I think it's gold lane, right?
It should be gold lane, right? It should be Seiji playing it, so yeah, it makes sense. They've got a really strong teamfight composition, but their scaling is up for debate. I think Toy, if he's not taking Purify, he's trolling right now. He's got to take Purify. He's got to take Purify. The only way he loses is if he's stuck in that King's Calling. I would also make an argument that arguably even the Vengeance doesn't sound too bad for him. We'll see what his battle spells are later in the game, but let's jump right into it because RRQ Sena have to deal with a really tough teamfight composition against Bleed Esports. The only thing that RRQ has a decent advantage over is forcibly taking fights, right? 3v4s, 5v4s, even 2v1s is a possibility. Honestly, a 1v5 even is a possibility for RRQ Sena if the chip is in the right place at the right time.
Now, without further ado, we're going to be going into his game number 2 for the final series here in SPS. And it is going to be RRQ Sena going up against Bleed Esports to fight to advance. And this is going to be game 2. Ian starting things off on the purple buff. And for Bleed, it is going to be the orange buff.
Yep, they're going to quickly clear this up. I don't think Seiji wants to have that much control over the lane. He wants that Harith to hard push it, because he's not going to be winning until he hits level 2. And even when he hits level 2, it's assuming that that Spear of Glory actually connects. Ians is going to be on the bottom side of the map. They're straying away from the gold lane. They want to leave them on an island.
You know, personally, I feel like Bleed Esports has set up in the way to make this Mincetar work, right? Like, how this King's Calling kind of works is that once you drop it, you have about 3 seconds to burst him down. If not, he's going to be able to walk out here. So anything that can keep Harith alive is going to be completely shut down. And now, in terms of Purifies, you talked about it here, his battle spell is going to be Purify on Toy.
Yep, that's exactly what we want to see here. And I mean, even Tenacity has been picked up from Okta, because he knows that he's the only other target that Bleed actually have to potentially punish. Now, Yawns, he's pretty big right now. He's level 4. Daytona's welcome. They guarantee first blood here.
Okay, they're going for the pick here. Jay going to be losing a lot of life. Nope, he's going to flicker away. But at the same time, RRQ Sena continuing with their pressure. and there's nothing Bleed can do about this, to be honest.
Good save from Sagitnu. That Earth Shatter literally saved their team from first blood, not allowing Octa to close the distance and put him in range to be dropping skill shots from afar. This whole time, Jay has just been taking it up the butt. He has forcefully been recalling 2 times, one in the earlier stages and he lost the level for that, and now once again, 1 minute 30 seconds into this game, he cannot breathe.
Yeah, speaking of breathing right now, like I feel like Sagit, he has been doing really well in his past 2 previous game as well. Like he's doing all he can, as long as he doesn't die and trade 50-50, it's all good. But top side, oh no, he's dead. There's no way he survives this.
Bye-bye.
Okay, one more dash, one more. Oh, no.
No,
What?
He survives it. Wow. I thought... Dang, okay, Sagitnu is able to get back out of here. Here comes the last Insanity, stolen away by Jay. Doesn't find the trade onto Dyrant.
Jay now going to be taking a little bit too much damage, and he is
Bye-bye.
also going to fall. But no, he doesn't. They turned the tides. They were able to trade Dyrant as well as Edok. What a clutch, just stolen last Insanity from Jay, just keeping him alive. It's crazy.
So sad on both sides. Single digits left. Seiji ends up living with a sliver of his health. He should have died there, but unfortunately, RRQ Sena was not able to interweave the auto attack. But the rest of the team also taking a good amount of punishment down on the bottom side. Like Octa, he's dependent on his skills, and right now, Dyrant, and top of the damage leaderboards, right under him is Idok, and finally Ayan. So a majority of RRQ Sena leading in terms of damage.
Oh boy, now before the first turtle clash here, seems like they are setting up for a little bit of play, but again now Daytona's welcome up, gonna completely whiff the mark here. Nothing super big in here, but now they are gonna try and force a fire Darren here. They are gonna chip away at his Viraga armor, but he's gonna try his best to get out, getting taunted his way through, getting kited as well. Darren does have the flicker, he's gonna be a-okay unless the Valentina jumps into play, but no, not gonna be here. Zagit, yeah, he's dead. It's no way he survives.
No, I'm telling you, give this man Arlet, dude. He's stuck on this Edith, and he's like, please, I can do so much more. He's winning out in his lane when he honestly shouldn't be.
2-0-0 right now. Bleed Esports. A very, very big bounce back, but in terms of kills, they are leading. But in terms of economy, RQ Sena right now, 800 ahead. Crazy.
I mean, Bleed like to keep it close, right? It's going to come down to these moment-to-moment plays that RQ Sena have shown to be much better at in comparison to Bleed Esports. But at the same time, at least they're fixing their laning phase, right? A couple of close calls, don't get me wrong, but still, they're alive.
Yeah. An interesting fact is that now Seiji, he's got the Corrosion Scythe, and to top it off, Jay does have a very, very early Necklace of Durance for this fight, which is insane. Just to deal with the Harif rather early, that's so much emphasis on him.
I mean, he got the Gleaming Gem. At this point, he might as well, right? I don't think it's too far off. Seiji.
Oh, here comes the hook coming in. Daytona's welcome will get out, but here comes the drop as well. They've got the shotgun. He's on tree, man. So much damage. Seiji first to fall. They've got the Minarich, but the turtle has been secured by Bleed Esports, and they need to get out. Yon now is gonna fall to the Insanity. Double kill for RRQ Sena. Just like that, it closes the bomb. It's not over yet. Okay, he is going to be fine. But Bleed, they just can't catch a break.
Very good fear from Octa. If he didn't land that fear, Jay would have been able to close the distance and found a trade back. But in the meantime, at least for Toy, having the time of his life, not only is he 1,000 gold ahead of his counterpart in Seiji, but has already cracked open that tier 1. An early lane swap from both Bleed and as well as RRQ Sena to compensate.
Very, very difficult run here, but items here, very early Durance, not doing a lot of damage here, but ooh, Seiji does have shoes. Oh wait, he does have shoes. And Corrosion Scythe, okay.
Man, Seiji is so far behind in comparison to Toy. This is really sad. A full 1,000 gold here. And Seiji, unfortunately, hasn't been able to really play the game. Even in that past fight, he wasn't able to get his ult down or even flicker down at the right time. He's getting targeted by RRQ Sena, knowing that he has one of the more valuable ults in the team.
Oh no, Chips, he actually got the portal on the wrong side. He found gear, he's all by himself. He needs to get out. Do they catch him? No, he's just too fast, too furry. Oh boy.
I mean, good coverage coming in from Ians, right?
Yeah, it even steals the objectives away. Yon, one level behind here. Now they need this crab, and Ians is just not giving it to him here on the sides. Again, they are going to try and poke onto his Diren here. Furka armor being poked away. Nope. He still has it. Still has it. But no, they force a fight on the east side. Do they? No, okay. They can't fight at all. Wait a minute. What is this scuffle here? Seiji? Seiji? No!
God.
He dropped the Klink's calling. Ah, that should not happen. Lead, what are you guys doing here? Suck into. He is gonna be pulled back. Nope, he's not. He's gonna be able to get out. They're just dancing with spells, but no one is dying.
Okay, so this means that this should be a free tier 1, free turtle as well, unless they respond. It looks like Bleed don't want to contest for the turtle, instead will be contesting for the tier 1.
Oh, bottom lane here. They do drop the Zam and Force. Minoron's Rage completely airballing here. Yeah, he's going to drop a shot, kind of return the fights gear. He's going to run for his life. They've got tier 1 protection, but they're slowly burning him alive. Seiji poking his clear knife here, but he won't fall. Reyna gets one kill. Gear trying to heal them back to safety, but they're all fighting under turret, but it's somehow still surviving. They get the trade on Ians, and Yon needs to get out as Sagit still somehow alive. He's got the Storm, the Eternal Gun, still holding on, but Bleed, they're able to turn it around. What was that scuffle?
Dang, really nicely done by Bleed. Looks like they are warmed up. Even the team fighting, they walk away ahead of the curve despite RRQ Sena having the initial economic lead. Wow.
Yo, I think we need a replay of that here. There was just so many individual micro plays from all these players to drag this fight longer than that is crazy.
It's really good push and pull from Bleed Esports. Really, really good. But we look at the damage leaderboard, and guess who's on top? It's going to be Ians this time round. And, well, I mean, they're all contesting for top 5. Jay still keeping it in there for Bleed Esports, dealing the most damage on his team. But at the same time, Octa is catching up real quick. Only 643 damage off from overlapping him.
Oh boy. Seeing how close this has happened here, RRQ Sena, they may be in the lead, but they're underestimating Bleed's power spike a little bit too much here, to be honest. But again, they do have the damage to work with. Middle lane, do see Valentina going for a couple pokes, half HP being chipped away. But RRQ Sena now on the Oppressor.
I mean, look at them. They're just making sure that this no man land is bleeding past the river, right? They're trying to control every single one of these bushes. They want to make sure that Pixel Brush is covered. Yon, he can't get out of here, right? This might be a Daytona's welcome angle, but no. They see Gear 2 nearby. It's not worthwhile.
Yeah, he actually used it as well. But again, right now, Bleed, they're just, you know, trading evenly here. They don't really want to give up too much control. And with this Lord coming in as well, RQ has no choice but to force the fight. But as of yet, Bleed, they're holding out somehow.
They're holding out because that's what they do. They know exactly what they need to sacrifice, and if they're able to force a 50-50 onto Bleed, trading equally, that's the most ideal situation. But now, it's about how do they get ahead.
Sagit, they're going for the combo. Ian's very, very tanky here, but they do not focus the damage. A shortcut has been used. They focus on Sagit. He's flicking backwards as well. He's gonna fall. That's gonna be the first one down for Bleed Esports. RRQ continuing with their push as they try to look for more. Yon tries to go for the stun. He doesn't connect, but he's getting chipped away and mowed down for now. Lead is a 4v5. They have to sync up their waves. Gear taking a little bit too much damage. Zamanforce comes in. Toy gets free reign on the Zamanforce. Seiji doesn't even drop the King's Glory. The Lord reset it for now, but Daytona's welcome will gobble down on Yon.
Hey, yo!
And the fight comes in, and they lose Yon. And as of yet, Jay, he gets a trade, but he's gonna fall as Toy runs rampant all by himself.
Dude, is Seiji holding his alt flicker until next year? What's going on? What's going on? Why is he taking his sweet time to do this? You're not gonna find the perfect scenario. Help out your dang team. Somebody needs to do it. And it's gotta be Seiji because everybody else has done everything they can.
Yeah, now Sagit is gonna fall as well. He popped the grab here. He's gonna try and make a play, but it's only an Edith. He's trying to threaten them for as long as he can, but
he can't do
there's
anything.
only so much an Edith can do.
He can't do anything here. Give him Arla and maybe he can do something. But like, this is so rough. Bleed is not participating in these fights at all. They're basically playing 4v5, and they're off tempo, right? So RRQ Sena do this push and pull for free, right? Not even intersecting, but pulling the fight to the left side, then pulling it to the right side. Like, Bleed Esports need to be together on what they want to do. They cannot just break apart because that's what their composition is weak in doing. Smaller skirmishes is not ideal for Bleed.
Yeah, and this Mincetar is starting to, you know, hit very, very fast, but the damage spike is just a little bit lacking compared to what Toy brings to the table. And as of yet, Jan's looking for the black line flying.
Just wait for
Seiji.
Seiji.
Disengage. This tier 1, well, no point defending this, man. They can't do it.
I mean, they can hold on to this tier 1, but until that next wave, I don't think they can handle it anymore. With a synced wave down on both sides and Chip, just to bring the entire team, if anyone decides to be a little bit too bold, they're going to force Bleed back into their inhibitor turrets.
Oh, great engagements coming from RRQ Sena as Bleed Esports now. What can they do, man? Like, this is so scuffed to look at.
I mean, they can consider putting Sagito into the role position. That's another thing. Because right now, I'm just waiting for Seiji to find the big King's Calling, right? That's what they need.
Yeah, they
This is
definitely
an
need to drop
This is an
something as
angle.
well. No, they
Oh
going
my
for the pull.
God.
They gobbled gear up. He's going to be the first to fall. Sagit still waiting for the right moment. Seiji nowhere to be found. Does not go for the pull. And now
Here we
goes
go.
in for the 3-man King's Glory. Finally wipes the floor. They get the Vex. They get Octa. They get Toy. The biggest catch. Patience finally pays off for Bleed Esports. But at what expense?
Yes, finally, finally! Seiji gets to play the game! He's playing the game, boys! He's playing the game! He's back in it! He's back in it! Now we look at the gold leaderboard. So far, Toy is still on top, of course, but this is starting to get a little frustrating. Oh, man, Yon does not win this.
Okay.
Jay gets involved as well, but I don't...
Oh,
Okay, wait, he loses...
Okay, he's got
Loses
Flicker.
Flicker.
Tier 1 still stands. He's gonna fall. He's got Immortality.
He's got Immortality.
I don't think they can kill him. No, they can't kill him.
100% they can't kill him.
No way.
100% they cannot kill this man.
But
Now, on
top
top
side,
side,
Sagit. Oh, okay. He's not an export.
I mean, he's definitely not the expert. I'm telling you, dude. Poor Sagitnu, man. The poor guy just wants to play the video game. We need to wait for these bigger moments, right? Because right now, Bleed Esports are too nervous to do anything. They need to recognize that the gold lead isn't too far away. It's only 2.7. A single team fight could turn it into their favor. And I think Bleed, knowing them, they're probably going to wait till 42k before they actually start participating in fights.
Okay, it was a 300 damage spike. Now it's 700 now. So Seiji again needs the big King's Glories there. And also uncontested poke so far.
He needs to jump in, King's Glory, flicker into the middle of all 5 of them, and then after that, go with the spear. Go in with the spear and communicate with Gear who he's targeting, so that Gear can flicker onto the target.
Half HP on the Lord Bleed Esports. Can they make the play? Yon is forced to disengage here, getting zoned out by this export, but he eventually needs to get out. Ian's just bullying them for now. Toy drops him 7 force forward as well. He's gonna get stunned, but where's huh?
Gear and
What?
as well as Seiji is on the top side of the map. They did not want to participate.
Oh, okay. All right, you know, free Lord for RRQ Sena. Bleed Esports not looking to actually contest this, and I don't know, man. Like, where's Seiji at?
Top side with Gear. They're again, I told you, they're waiting for 42k. If they're not in position to guarantee this turtle take, they're not willing to coin flip. And I think that RRQ Sena, that's what's really making the difference here. Their willingness to coin flip, the confidence that they can walk into a fight and say, hey, we can trade as long as we get 1 kill worth of difference against them, it is worth our time.
Well, seeing how this is going as well, RRQ currently in prime position to close out this game. Tier 3s, pretty much all lanes shoved in. Lord.
This is where it's tough.
Yeah.
If they overextend here, even if they get all the inhibitors, one really bad fight could put Bleed back into the driver's seat.
Yeah, speaking of the driver's seat here, they're doing a lot of damage here, but Seiji, he's gonna get caught out. No, he's dead. He is gonna be chasing CC here, but the back line stream has been noticed from here. They're gonna go for the fight as well, but where is the King's Calling involved? Seiji, he disengaged. He's gonna get out here. Used it defensively to get out to keep things alive. RRQ, they lose one. They somehow manage to defend, but they lose another inhibitor for Bleed Esports.
Oh man, they lose all their inhibitors here. Bleed Esports, they are willing to sacrifice everything and anything to keep themselves up in the game. They know it just takes one fight, one good fight against RRQ Sena to put them back in the driver's seat. And right now, I'm looking at you, Seiji. That King's Calling needs to be followed up. Somebody, I mean, everybody's setting up for him, but the man needs to jump in.
Yeah, he's currently having the lowest amount of damage output here, 17,000 dials it up on Seiji. He's looking for the right hooks every single time, and I don't know, man. Toy's top damage as a gold laner.
Right now, Gear has the right idea. He is looking at that backline. He is holding on to his ultimate to make sure that backline doesn't get ahead. Because they play front to front. The traditional frontliners for RRQ Sena eventually will fall down. People like Dyren losing that Firaga armor is a big deal. For Ians, if he loses, if he ends up being put down to 50% of his health, he can't frontline anymore. Octa, he's trying to maintain distance. He knows that he can get flickered on, right? So Bleed Esports need to capitalize on that backline when Gear finds an opportunity like that. But inevitably, RRQ did lose out on EXP, and this allows Bleed Esports to catch back up, and the Gold League just does not matter now.
Yeah, and seeing how this is actually happening as well, it feels like RRQ, even though this Baratz's timing has kind of fallen off level 15, they kind of equalized with Yon so far, but it feels like the counter engagement for Bleed is just not good enough. But now with the Malefic Raw and Seiji, do you think he's going to be able to contribute more?
I mean, Seiji, his ult is more than enough, right? He can build full tank and just pop the ult, and he's still more useful than what he's doing right now. So far, he's looking for the, he wants to find 5. He's not going to find 5, but neither can he find Toy specifically. He's the only person he can really affect.
Oh no, Yon, he taunt fob forward. They forced the Salmon Force. That's huge for Bleed Esports.
No, 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 don't walk up! Don't walk up! He needs to call the whole team! Don't walk up,
Okay.
please.
Wait, huh? He's not going in?
No, he shouldn't be going in because he doesn't know where the members of Bleed Esports. They want to hold them hostage underneath this Lord.
Yeah, they're going to try and shove the lane here, but now with the Lord coming in, RRQ, they're going to try and focus on Lord here. Meanwhile, Bleed Esports, they have to disengage for now. Now, Edok finally shows himself. He's going to try and drop the shortcut, but it doesn't matter. They're picking up the back line. King's calling. Seiji looking for the hook. He's trying. He's got it. Find it out now. 4-man King's calling to turn the tide. And Bleed Esports flips the table. Edok is down, so is Ian. Now, Toy, with no King's calling, full Salmon Force, gets a double. He trades off 2 for 2. And now with the Lord coming in, Bleed Esports, they've lost all damage. Crystal will be focused down as RRQ Sena takes the 2-0 against Bleed.
Oh, that was stressful for RRQ Sena. You can see the sigh of relief of like, whoa, guys, we nearly whiffed that. We nearly gave him a chance to come back after a Lord secure here. They overextended and Toy outplays the situation regardless. What a man to rely on.
Oh, all hope was lost for Bleed Esports. They needed the perfect catch for Seiji. It looked good, but it was Toy that waited patiently for the Salmon Force, and then once the King's Calling drops down, they take the W. They just wipe the floor with every single one from the side of Bleed Esports. It's just too hard to watch, I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, it's tough. It's really, really tough. And RRQ Sena, they take an early bow out off their Bali major chairs here just to remember the accolades for the organization that they work under. But still, what an